What's up, fam? In case you haven't seen the part 1 to this video, make sure you go ahead and watch that. I'm gonna leave the link to it right here to make it easy for you. You really gotta watch it before you watch this one. So if you haven't, go ahead and do that. Absolutely nothing. I mean, he just shook his head and left the room. Now keep in mind that him and I were so close that after school, we basically did the same thing most days, whether it was playing soccer out in the field or basketball out in the court, or whether we just decided to stay in and chill, we always did it together. So you could imagine how awkwardly quiet it was wherever we were. I mean, we even sat on the same dinner table in the cafeteria, but that night, shit was quiet. Do you know how weird it is when the entire cafeteria is filled with noise, but your table doesn't even say a word to each other? I mean, I could even ask for his chicken. It hurt, man. Like, I loved eating chicken, and he, sometimes would make deals on he would get like something for me later if he gave me his chicken that night. That was what I looked forward to at dinner most days. But when we got back to the room that night, I couldn't not talk to him, so I did. Regardless of whatever it was that happened, he was my boy, and I couldn't stay mad at him. So I went over to his bed and we talked. Basically I told him why I was upset, and why it hurt so much seeing what I saw. And then we had this proper discussion about everything, with the main point being that I had nothing to be worried about because he knows that I like her and he wouldn't do anything like that to me. And I guess I should have known that, but the thing is, not only in high school, but everywhere really, when you like someone and they hang out with someone else more than you, there will always be that small chance that they might like that person more than you. I mean, I've been the best friend before, okay? Like, I know the chances we get being the best friend, and the thought of that happening, it wrecked me. But then he said that there was nothing between them, and I believed him. Then he said something that just made me feel on top of the freaking world, my G. He said that he thinks that she might actually have a thing for me. And if that was true, the one person who would know besides her would be her best friend, So, I mean, I took his word for it, I guess. And that was that. I mean, I stopped worrying about the best friend, because the best friend was my brother. So it didn't matter like that anymore. And that gave me the chance to get closer to her. And that's what I did. I mean, after I put the whole Jason thing behind me, I started to put all my focus into getting closer to her. I mean, we would talk more, we hung out more. And I'm gonna tell you right now that this girl was borderline crazy.
You crazy.
Like, she loved to fight, and back then I had the marks to prove it. If you ask her now, she'll probably say that I provoked her, and knowing me, I probably did, but man, I'm saying the way she would smile as she dug her nails and dragged them on your skin, man, she was something else, my G. But then that was just another thing that she did that made me like her even more, and it made our time together fun. So, by this time, I had already had this conclusion in my head that we were a thing, right? Little did your boy realize that while I was playing checkers, other people were playing chess. There was this senior student in the school who liked Sarah, and I know this because he told me himself on many occasions. Quick backstory. I didn't like a lot of my seniors back in high school, I mean, I never got bullied like that, but a lot of my friends did, and it irritated me how people that are like 1 year, 2 years older than you could think that they could exert power over you just cause, But the thing is, with Daniel, that was never the issue, Like, he was one of the few seniors that I actually liked, I mean, that was before the whole mess with Sarah began. He wasn't that tall. wasn't that big, but he was supposedly a charmer, whatever that means. And he was fun to be around, that I can tell you myself. Now this guy, Daniel, right, would come into my room and he would sit down on my bed and talk to me about how much he liked Sarah and how I don't really like her. I just think I do. And how she's gonna be his and stuff. Now, remember, Jason was in that room too, and he could hear what Daniel was saying. Now, he made the mistake of meeting Daniel's eyes with his, See, Daniel had this way about him, right? If he was saying something even slightly funny and you made eye contact with him, you just know that he's gonna come at you next, and that's what he did. He said something like, "See this Jason over here, always eavesdropping like a background character. That's how you went to make yourself a background character with Sarah."
Jesus is Lord.
Then he would just start laughing. And God knows his laugh was so annoying, because then you can't stop yourself from laughing whenever he did. Then Jason tried to say something smart back. He was like, how about now? Don't do me like that. I'm a supporting character. I'm like the Suarez to his Messi. And just like that, we got codenames for ourselves. Jason was Suarez. I was Messi, and Daniel was Ronaldo, and Sarah was the Ballon d'Or. So whenever we would cross paths, we would smile and call each other Messi or Ronaldo, and that became a thing we did often. And I guess back then, I never really understood why he was so confident that he would get her and not me. Now I guess I understand it a little better. See, I never did shoot my shot, with Sarah. I mean, we hung out a lot, but I never really made a move, A little of it had to do with the fact that part of me always thought she was into Jason a lot more than me. A lot of it had to do with the fact that back then, I wasn't a
sexy motherfucker.
I was just me. But right now, it's a whole different story.
When I shoot my shot, that shit wetty like on Shaq. See the shots that I took.
And I guess that's what growth is all about. But anyways, things were going good for me, But then with my track record, I knew that I was going to do something to screw it up. I guess it must have been what he said to me. It probably got to me more than I care to admit, that he likes her. And he knows I think I like her, but I don't. When someone says that to you, it triggers you, it triggered me. And although that gave me the push I needed to make my intentions clear to Sarah, it might have pushed me too far. I started putting a lot of pressure on her, right? I was all up in her business. And the truth is, no girl likes that in a guy. Yeah, it's cool to show your interest, right? And show that you care about her and her stuff. But there's a line that you shouldn't pass, man. And I flew right over that line. I even remember going on stage, my guy, to sing a song. And for most, if not the whole time there, I was staring right at her going "Girl, you earned it. Yeah, you deserve it." Man, my case was something different, man. I really can't blame her for what happened. No girl can handle that much pressure for that long. I know that now. Back then, I had no clue what was up in my head, and like you would expect, sooner or later, she ended up with Daniel, And then I went back to my boys all sad and hurt and y'all get the gist. But the thing is, I wasn't as hurt as I should have been. I guess that was because I actually really liked Sarah, right? And from what I knew, which was almost nothing, because I wasn't going out of my way to monitor her relationship with Daniel, but from what I saw, she was happy. And that's really all I wanted for her to be happy, regardless of whether it was with me, with Jason, or with Daniel. But I will say that till today, I don't think there has ever been a girl throughout my entire high school experience that I respected more than Sarah. You know, like despite how things went down between us, I always tried to be there for her whenever she needed, you know, and more or less, she always tried to be there for me. You know, she cared, and I appreciated that. So even though she got to be with Daniel, I was happy for her, you know, because I knew that he actually liked her, you know, and I was satisfied because she got to be with someone who cared for her as much as I did, you know. And again, from my point of view, that's how I saw it. So I wouldn't say happy per se, you know, but I wasn't crushed.
Oh my God.
Can't believe I just said that. Anyways, so guys, just remember, right? Like that even though you don't end up with the person you're crushing on, as long as you build a relationship there, you know, it doesn't have to be girlfriend, boyfriend all the time, you know, but like a friendship with that person, a friendship so strong that lasts for a long time, you know. And if you really like that person, then you'll be happy with whoever they choose to end up with, as long as they're happy. Nah, but it's whatever though, you know, because that's exactly what happened to me, you know, and I still wouldn't have it any other way, you know, except she said she wanted to date me. Now see, that would have been a lot better. Hey guys, I just want to use this time real quick to say thank you to everyone who has viewed my channel, subscribed, or liked any of my videos. You know, like I really appreciate the love and the positive feedback that I've gotten from a lot of you guys, you know, like, and I truly appreciate you all. If you are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment on the video and the videos that I made before, you know, so you can become part of the family that we are trying to create here. And as always, I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch a video that I make, you know, and I hope that I can continue to entertain you guys for as long as possible. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.